So this gives us our seniors. For some reason, there isn't an overall bar to click for our seniors. I don't know why. I've emailed Yasmin about this. Hopefully that'll get fixed, and hopefully it's not a problem with yours. So great. What do we do with all this data? We need to be having a meeting or writing a report and storing it at the end of every year. And I've created this format for reporting, which you don't have to use. You can create something that's your own, but I ran this past a couple of assessment people and they said it looked like a good idea. So I figured, hey, we'll go with it in the TSO anyway. So what I've done in Microsoft Word is created a student learning outcomes report, blah, 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 department, theatrical studies option, spring 2011, when it was written, and then clarifying what we're evaluating, the portfolios. Overall, I gave some numbers, and there we have the numbers that I got from each of these little N's. So senior portfolio review, once that's up, I've submitted it. The N is the number of students that were evaluated. So I moved that and put it right here, or copied it and put it right there. And then one of the other things I did was, as we talked about, we need to be keeping examples of student work. So Allison Jones's senior portfolio was an example of distinguished work that I'm going to take and store on SharePoint. In the junior portfolio review, submit, what I did here was I looked at the overall scores, click, and this little pop-up window comes up, student list. Nope, that looks like a lie, doesn't it? Bradley Wilkinson. Where was Bradley? He must have been a sophomore. To find these again. Proficient is Bradley Wilkinson. Okay, so I picked one for distinguished, one for proficient basic, and then one for underachieving. So Bradley Wilkinson was in the proficient category, and then Elizabeth Rodriguez was in the underachieving category. So what I'll do is we have PDFs of these students writing portfolios, and I will take those and stick them on SharePoint along with this document, the report right here, so that we have recordings of the information. So then I went through and did some data evaluation, which I think is the kind of thing they're looking for. I just simply pulled out a screenshot of each of these. So again, jumping back over here. And if you haven't done this before on a Mac, it's really easy to take a screenshot of this little graphic right here. As you can see back in Microsoft Word, that's what this graphic is. Shift, Command, 4. See how the cursor changed into a target? And now you click and drag, and there's a screenshot. And when I let go of the mouse click, there will be a little click sound, and it will have taken a screenshot. That screenshot is then stored on the desktop. And so in order to put that in, here I'll get rid of it and then put it back. In Microsoft Word, File, nope, Insert, yes. Go down to Picture, choose From File, and then I can look on the desktop and scroll down to Screenshot. There it is. Click Insert, and there it is. And then I sized it down a little bit for margins. I don't think it really matters. So sophomore portfolio review. Here are all our sophomores. Here are their numbers. Students who met the outcome. So that's one of the things that they're going to be looking for when they review these reports. We need to have a total number of students who met the outcome. In the TSO, we decided that a sufficient level of work is proficient or distinguished. So 57%, in order to calculate that, I'm back here, sophomore portfolio review, clicked on overall, and then I just added up the number of students who were in proficient or distinguished, which is 57% right there, because we have nobody who's distinguished in the sophomore portfolio review. So 57%, there it is. Back to Word, so I put that in there. And each of these little report things that I've created has 4 sections. Strengths, what the kids did well in. So I looked at, yep, they're good at critical analysis, slightly above proficient. Writing is slightly below proficient. So those seem to be our strengths, which are pretty good. Reasons for strengths. So what I've done here is just sort of taken some guesses. And this document will also be forwarded around to O'Hara and Jen Blackmer, or the other TSO faculty, and they will add other bullet points as to why we think that critical analysis and writing are strengths. The answers that I thought were aesthetics, 103, 104. We do a lot of dramatic analysis, and we express that analysis in basically a bunch of different ways. Writing. Oops, here we go. Written assignments. There we go. And then, so we'll have the strengths section, reasons we think that we have those strengths.